Do you think America is safe? 2 military wars in barely more than a year, gutting, and this is important, literally ignorantly gutting our national security agencies and our military of their top national security advisors and their top generals and admirals. This is not making sense. This is not making sense. Why is our president attacking and removing our top intelligence and military leaders while replacing them with lesser qualified individuals? Even generally, in our government, Trump appoints Pete Hegseth as the Secretary of the Department of Defense, Kash Patel as the head of the FBI, in the process making the U.S. more vulnerable domestically and internationally to our enemies, more so than ever before. And this with respect to cyber threats, terrorist attacks, and even outright direct military attacks on our homeland, while at the same time warmongering, literally warmongering against other nations, including against our allies, NATO for example. This makes no sense. It is irrational. Now leaving us without our very own allies, perhaps the greatest alliance in the history of the entire world. At the same time, do you think for 1 minute that Iran, or thousands, maybe tens of thousands of its rogue actors, are not planning to execute direct military assaults on the U.S. homeland by what normally would be called terrorist attacks? And if that were to happen, would such attacks actually be terrorist attacks, or simply self-defense as a result of a war an incompetent president has executed against a country that has a right to defend itself? But what about China? There's no question China is sharpening its teeth to use cyber attacks against the U.S. whenever it suits their fancy, because Trump has removed the U.S.'s own top cybersecurity intelligence leaders. So you have to ask yourself, who is actually the enemy? Whether by intent or incompetence, who is the biggest enemy? Clearly Trump has damaged America severely, even by brashly blocking the Strait of Hormuz. And if you are willing to be honest with yourself, Donald Trump alone is the reason the strait is blocked. Trump has not simply skyrocketed inflation with failed policy and tariffs, but he's now working on destroying the global economy by blocking the Strait of Hormuz. And this blunderous fiasco threatens China and other nations. Suppose China blocked a major strategic resource of the U.S. Would you not think that that could lead to a calamitous conflict, thereby increasing the military threat to America? And look at the global economic carnage that the irresponsible and impulsive closing of the strait is causing. But what about the social divisions among we Americans that Donald Trump has intentionally magnified for political reasons and advantage? America is no longer recognizable. America, wake up. There's nothing good about Donald Trump. His lack of character and lack of integrity, his incompetency, his lack of intelligence, his greed, his cognitive decline, his utter compulsivity, and inability to control his emotions. America, we have to press Congress to remove this person from office today. This is American News Trust. I'm Steele Black. Please subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell.